I truly believe the good Lord above ordained Sweater McGinnis to create the greatest strain of game chickens there ever was. And he gave him all the ingredients he needed. But when Sweater made them, he just filled them full of heart, desire, and hatred. And didn't leave no rooms for brains or talent much. And when they built this model, they didn't build it with any reverse. And ain't got no brakes neither. They just, all they know to do is to go forward as fast as they can, which ain't real fast. Y'all probably think I'm just being silly. But let me tell you something. If you've ever held one of these things, one hand knee high, 22 inches apart from something, that ain't got no idea what else it's got to do to whoop him, and is about to quit, even though he ain't hurt near as bad as old Blueface, then you got some idea of what I'm talking about. And I do believe the greatest family of chickens, the Blueface, and they ain't a damn hatch. And Sweater McGinnis was the greatest rooster man of all time, and this is his everlasting gift to us. As long as I got chickens, I want to have a Blueface. I was out here thinking today, you know, my old grandma said once, rotten fruit will fall from a tree by itself, and it won't need no help. You know, I was young when she said that, and it didn't mean a lot to me then. But as I grew older and lived a little bit, scenarios would happen in life, and I got to seeing what she was saying. So it ain't every time somebody imparts a little bit of wisdom to you that it's meant for right now. But if you'll hold it with you and keep it in the back of your mind, there'll come a time in life that'll help you, and it'll be there for you. People impart wisdom to you because they care about you. So always hold on to that, and it'll help you out one day, because there ain't a whole lot of it left in the world today. God bless and have a wonderful Sunday. Now this is something wonderful to walk up on. This is one of my, probably my favorite Blueface hen. She's straight WT green, and I bred her to what I think is my very best Blueface rooster. Got just a wonderful little setting right there. And that's what a nest ought to look like when a hen's through setting. You know, every egg in there hatched. Got a nice little healthy bunch here. And shit, I hope I raise every one of them. Just, that's what it's all about. Yes, sir. Here are some pure George Wood Lacy Roundheads that I hatched today, and these are the ones that I got direct from George Wood. He was, of course, Judge Lacy's nephew. And how I got these is kind of a crazy thing. Some of the bad stuff that happens in the chicken business, you know, kind of went on here. I got these, Mr. Wood put them up in the Alabama Game Breeders Association auction that they had every year. And at that time, this would have been during the 90s, they had it in the Gamecock magazine, and you just mail in your bid. Well, I got lucky that year, and I won them. And I arranged and went and got them and met Mr. Wood, and it was all a real good experience. But when I got the chickens home, I really had a hard time raising them. So I had an older friend there who had been a great rooster man. Him and his son were a big entry. And I was telling him about it, and he told me if I'd bring him them roundheads, that he'd raise enough of them that me and him could have enough roundheads to last the rest of our life. So I loaded them up and took them to him, and they was real appreciative and liked them, and we kind of made a deal. Well, I quit hearing from them. Time went on and time went on. I tried to ask about them, and it turned out they just sold them to somebody. And what do? You know, time had passed, and they just weren't willing to talk to him no more. He over 70-year-old man. So I just took it as a hard lesson. Well, a couple of years after that, I was somewhere, you know, when it was legal and everything. And I met a guy who just, you know, destroyed me. And he had a white-legged rooster. And I asked him what it was, and he says, a Lacy Roundhead. I said, boy, he's a good one. And he told me how he got them, and he got them from the old man and all this. And they were supposed to come from George Wood, but he just bought those chickens that, you know, I'd let the old guy have. And I told him the story, and Robert was his name, and some of the old Georgia people will know him. And he's just a terrific guy. And he said, well, you're getting them back. And I said, no, I can't do that. You paid for them and had them for a while. So he was going to give me some of them, and it turned out he contracted cancer at a young age and died. Well, so I just forgot about it. Well, there was some really nice people, and one of them's probably listening here. They got in the chicken business, and they'd seen Robert compete, and really how impressive he was with the roundheads. And so when he passed away, they bought all the chickens. Well, they kept him a couple of years and had some hard luck and different things, and I kind of contacted them and bought them out, or bought a lot of their chickens. And I got these, and was amazed when I heard the story that these were my little George Woods, and it kind of all come round about. So I've had them here a couple of years now, trying to get reestablished and breed them in. I want to breed them with my He Normans, and I do have some that way. But I was proud of these hatched off today. But a lot of lesson in that. Be careful who you deal with in the chicken business. It's not always a real nice world. So that's just one of my many stories. Hope you enjoy.